Hello and welcome to Ingen Dinosaur Profile. Carcharodontasaurus. Height 12 feet, length 29 feet, diet carnivore. DNA 75% Carcharodontasaurus, 5% desert gecko, 10% green iguana, 10% black bear. Confirmed breakouts 3. Besides Tyrannosaurus rex, Carcharodontasaurus is one of the fan favorite of all theropods that Ingen has cloned. It has a fierce and morbid reputation as the dinosaur who doesn't need jaws, and we'll get into why that is in a second. This dinosaur has quite an odd tail, so let's get straight into it. Fun fact, Carcharodontasaurus was originally classified as a megalosaurus when it was first discovered. However, despite the fact that Ingen has created both of them, Carcharodontasaurus has quite a few differences. The very literal big difference is that Carcharodontasaurus is larger than Megalosaurus by quite a lot. Now, in real life, Carcharodontasaurus was about 50 feet long, making it about as big as T-Rex. That being said, the Ingen version is about 30 feet long. The size difference is most likely because of the fact that the creatures in Carcharodontasaurus' DNA, or at least the Ingen version, are very small animals except for the black bear, so this is probably why it decreased in size. As mentioned at the beginning, Carcharodontasaurus has had 3 separate escape attempts in Jurassic World, and while all of which have left damage to the park, the final one left damage to the guests as well. Carcharodontasaurus first came to Jurassic World back in 2011, and immediately park-goers were very intrigued by this predator. Many people noted how the animal liked to use its claws over its teeth, which is how it got the reputation I talked about earlier. Studies have shown this was probably for a reason. Carcharodontasaurus, like I mentioned earlier, had quite a few small lizards in its DNA, meaning that its bite was probably not on par with its other relatives like Acrocanthosaurus or Giganotosaurus. What it lacked in its teeth, however, it made up for in its fingers. This animal's claws and its arm strength were powerful enough to crush stone. And this was exactly how the animal broke out back in 2014, only 3 years after it had been in the park. The scene you saw at the beginning was a recreation of the attack that happened in 2014 when a 28-foot-long Carcharodontasaurus male broke out of its enclosure and attacked a group of people. While no one was left dead, there was still several injuries that happened to some of the guests, and because of that, the Carcharodontasaurus was actually removed from the park. The 3 Carcharodontosauruses were then moved to Isla Muatanceros, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, where they would live out their days for the rest of time until 2017. You see, Isla Muatanceros actually had several dinosaurs living on it besides the 3 Carcharodontosauruses. This made people who would want to capture the dinosaurs, or maybe even poachers, to actually come to the island, and that is exactly what happened in 2017 when a group of people did just that. Somehow, these group of people managed to capture the last 3 Carcharodontosauruses along with several other dinosaurs, get them onto a boat, and actually bring them to France where they were planning on selling them. As Dr. Ian Malcolm once said though, life finds a way, and life did find a way when it came to these three Carcharodontosauruses. Several large trucks were going to be hauling these gigantic predators to the location where they would be sold off. It was actually going to be an auction similar to the Fallen Kingdom auction, and similar to that, something went wrong. The Carcharodontosauruses managed to break out of the trucks, and in the process, this killed several people. Thankfully though, that is not how the Carcharodontasaurus' story ends. The three of them were then all captured by the France government, and two of them were sent to the Portuguese preserve, while the last one was sent to the Colorado preserve in North America. And really, that's about all there is when it comes to Carcharodontasaurus. Thank you all for watching this Return to Ingen dinosaur profile. I hope you all like the rest of Season 3. Stay tuned for next time when we go over another large predator. And as always, if something chases you, run.